Hello and welcome to Planet Zoo. I'm that James guy, and this is a brand new zoo. Now we do some sort of zoo stuff. I could have sworn it's doing it again. Why won't you let me delete you? Why? Why oh why are you not being deleted? Can you only do that in sandbox mode? That must be the case. Oh well, either way, we're deleting that part of it anyway. And we are modificating the path up, because we're going to do a sort of Victorian style British traditional zoo. And I think we're just going to have to pretend that that is Victorian and stuff. I mean, it looks a bit like Bristol Zoo anyway, so I mean, it's something, isn't it? Either way, we're doing this in challenge mode, which means we are going to have to cope with money and things like that, which I kind of like. Yes, we want that to be straight. And then, or do we want it to be... Actually, we probably want it all to be the same width, don't we? So, what's that? 6 meters? No. 8 meters? Maybe not. If we delete that bit, we align you to grid. If we're very careful. No, we need to continue with the grid. There we go. Perfect. That was not the button I wanted to press. We want more. We want a straight sort of central path. Perfect. Because we want this to be an entrance building. I'll have to work out what we're going to do with this at another time. But first things first, because we're going to be doing something with some fairly interesting mechanics and various other bits and bobs going on, I want to just quickly set up a mechanics hut, which is going to move, but it's going to sit just here for now. And we're going to put the research on the theme that we're mostly going to be using, which is the classic theme, which gives us all the scenery stuff, which is kind of what we want. And we're going to need to hire ourselves a master mechanic to take care of that. And we're just going to let the game run a little bit so that the research can get underway. Where is it? There it is, classic theme. Because that shouldn't take too long with him sat in his box working out how classic materials work. So that's fine, at least. Now, so once we've done that, we're going to build this as a sort of opening entrance plaza-y building type doodah. And we are going to want to put in a few more facilities that we're going to have inside that said building. And we're going to put them over... So I want guest facilities as well in here. So my sort of idea... You know what? I've changed my mind. We don't want this path. I was going to do this series sort of time-lapsed, but I think I would prefer to do parts of it live and parts of it time-lapsed. I like the idea of mixing it up a bit like that. There we go. So we'll make this a little square. We'll grab you and move you over there. Grab you back. Good, he sits on the grid. That's perfect. Now, what we want in here. So we want the first sort of thing they go to is kind of like, it's going to be the ticket center, but it is actually an information center because that's how the game works. And it's going to sit in that tile. Let's delete that one little square bit of path. And let's put our information center in right there. Where is it? There it is. We're going to put it on that group. Oh, he still won't fit. Fun with paths. There we go. And we want to align all the paths to you. Don't we? Yes, we do. We'll get there in the end. It's just doing the paths like this, it kind of just makes life easier. And I want to get it right first time as well, so that everything's on the correct grid, rather than be sort of part way in and then going, oh wait, nothing fits together, which is always a problem. So why can't we move you? Is it because we need another zoo entrance? All... Apparently it's not under that screen. I thought it was a facility. Zoo entrance. Zoo entrance. Zoo entrance. Apparently it is not a thing we can build. That seems weird. Is it because we have to, like, unlock it or something? Is that the case? If that is the case, that is kind of annoying. Well, we will have to do that. That looks neat. We'll put like a thing there, like something. So that's the information center. So you come through, go to your information center. This is all going to be one building, by the way, once we've unlocked our... He is still researching, isn't he? Let's hope that he is. Are you still researching? He is. So information center. Other facilities we want on this sort of inside starting area. Behind the back of the information center is going to be a staff room. So we'll grab a staff path. One, I guess, aligned to grid. Put that here. It's going to be a sort of staff area. So delete the trees. For a start, it gives us some money back. Huzzah! Free money. And then back here, we're going to have the staff room, which is going to sit there, like that. Facilities, staff room. Apparently, you're not able to go there yet. How bizarre. Well, we'll just have to put something there, like a wall of some variety, I guess. So that's the staff room, that's the information hut. Then we'll also probably have some sort of keeper hut here as well. Just to do some of the opening stuff and the workshop. Oh, we've got a workshop, haven't we? So that's some nice staff-y bits. The animal trade center, because we only need one of them, can go there as well. And the small quarantine is going to go here as well. No, wrong way around. Needs to go there like that. Perfect. Have we got our research yet? We need a vet surgery. Yes, yes we do. You are correct, game. We do indeed need a vet surgery. That's also quite a big building. It doesn't make sense for it to be on top of any of these. Put the staff room upstairs. Simple solutions. And the keeper hut is going to go back to where it was before. That looks fine to me. Apparently that's obstructed, but whatever. What we'll do is we'll just use the terrain paint just to neaten that up ever so slightly. Because if we hide it with some soil, that doesn't look so bad, does it? We got our research done. Can't find accessible staff room with space. That's fine because we're going to build a stairwell up here somehow. I want to get all of these buildings done before we move on. That to be 3, maybe. Stairwell's going to need to come out somewhere, maybe around the back of this one. It's going to be a little convoluted. I don't really like that. Okay, we'll do that instead. Just attach those 2 bits together. And we've got our research. Pause. That was sort of what we were waiting for. Is it T? No. They're all on odd grid pieces already. That is probably as good as we're going to get. Yeah, because that counts as obstructed. But we'll hide most of that with walls anyway, so it should be fine. Especially as we now have... No, we don't. We have a research centre. Didn't we build one of those? No, we didn't. That can go up here as well. Oh, well, actually... Yes, no, it will go up here. Facilities, research centre, small. Put that there too. Now, we've spent 10 grand building all these buildings so far. How far away from this are we? Does it not? Most of the way. But I'm fairly happy with that, other than these stairs. I don't really like how we've done this bit of path here. That's not amazing, but it certainly is better. I mean, that's the kind of like golden rule of thumb with Planet Zoo, right? Go. Close enough, because we'll put like a staff sort of picnic area here on that little bit there. I mean, maybe that'll be a veranda or something, I don't know. It's definitely going to be a building mostly. Now, for some of this is going to be a sort of donation, conservation-y sort of room over here, which I think makes a lot of sense. And then you're going to leave the building and head into the path. Or park, rather than not the path. So really, this should be 8 meters, because I want it central. There's perfect. And then going down gradually. Well, actually, probably that one should probably be 7, really. 6. 5, 4. So it tapers down. No, that looks dumb. I don't like that. Delete the path. Back we go. I think we are just going to stick with... sort of a 4-meter path that goes that way. It may well come back in, though. We'll put a fountain of some sort there with the first exhibit heading out over here. So these sorts of Victorian style zoos, they do tend to be fairly blocky in the way they're constructed, and I don't know why that is. They just are, basically. It's something we've got to cope with, and building them in this sort of blocky way will help me with using levels, because making stuff look right in these squares is going to be quite hard, basically. Mechanic research is complete. Perfect. That means we can pause the game again. We can start actually building stuff. We're just going to whack that theme on, because we're primarily going to be using it. Can we delete you yet? No. But it's going to be lots of this brick wall, lots of this sort of glass house, lots of this limestone, that sort of thing. The opening building is going to be brick, though. And what better way to start than start by building it. Now, first things first. I want to try and cover up. That's really annoying. We will just sort of go around and fix the bits that don't look right when we get there. Going to be windows. That needs to come around on this edge. Is that a window? That is indeed a window. That's going to be an interior wall. That's going to be an interior wall there as well. This is that. Just to help me get it right. Get up one level. That's going to be hidden, this corner here. We'll do that. We'll put something there, but I don't know what just yet. We'll build these. Around we go with a yo-ho-ho. We'll add all the trim and various other bits when we're done. It's going to be 2 stories, I think. And we're sort of going to hide this other building from view. Right, so let's delete them. So I want that corner to be windows. I don't really want that type of window, though. That is a bit more like it. I want that sort of like open corner look. Let's grab back the shop front, the arch, though. Somehow we're going to have to get an arch there. Make the grid smaller. We should be able to do it. There we go. Pull this one in ever so slightly over there. Window, window. Where's my 1 meter? There he is. Because I want a sort of extended shopfront size window. And that's what we're going to build around here as well. There's half the corners, right? Now if we grab the large window. That looks okay to me. I may put another one in just here. Don't know what they're going to see through it, but they will look and see a thing, I'm sure. Here as well. Go. I like the look of that. This needs to be something. I think for now it's going to have to be a big brick wall, but it will be something at some point soon, I'm sure. Right, while we've got everything now pretty much laid out, what we're going to do is we're going to whack in the shop fronts for these windows here. Boom, boom. That window. Right. We're going to have to do something about that, but not right now. You're missing your window. I'm just going to move you to the edge. Like so. None of you have like windows on the sides, do you? No, good. Right, you need to be something too. Let's sort of fill you out. Now we are going to customize them quite a lot, but for now it's just going to be a lot of brick and a lot of stuff like that. So what else do we have? Doors, perfect. I'm going to put a door in here. I think the most obvious one is going to be a sort of interior style door. There's bound to be one somewhere. It's not quite right. Not quite right at all. It's too limestoney. That is an interior door. That is perfect. Get him the right way up. Slot him in. About there. And let's work out how to put the pillars in. I forgot we don't need to do that because we can just do that. Perfect. We will duplicate it and put it round on the other side as well, just for neatness' sake. That way it can look like it. I know it's not, but it can look like a swing door, so it does both basically. We want a column in that corner of some variety. The one that sticks or is not. There we go. So we want to put the same thing in on these edges over here. Maybe it's not worth the trouble. Right, now we want a... That's a bit fierce, isn't it? Oh, that's also a perfectly good door. The arch is going to be the way out here. Now for some windows. Do we have like... Oh, perfect. What else do we have? No. There's a door. Oh, shame there's no square ones. Oh, that's a bit big. Still not quite right, is it? Is there any other? What else do we have if we put in glass? Glass rectangle. Perfect. You look about right. Slot you in this way. It'll do. It's a little bit fierce, isn't it, that one? And you're not a rectangle, are you? You're also not really a rectangle. You're lying to me. That's going to annoy me, but we will fix that in a moment. That looks perfectly fine. Let's get rid of you. Like you in over there. We will go and grab the square one. And what we'll do is we'll put some trim on these as well. With these bits. Oh, that's a bit fierce as well, isn't it? Bit much, perhaps. What else do we have? Detailing. You know what might do it? I might just do it, is the column. No, that doesn't look right either, does it? Bricks go in the wrong direction. Can't be having that. It's annoying that it's like grouted on the inside. It's very annoying indeed. What alternatives are there? Little bit much, perhaps? I mean, I do like these. Though they are kind of exterior lights, not interior lights, aren't they? Though, I do feel like having a statue display here would be quite good. So I wouldn't mind putting one of these in. The dodo and the lion. The story of the dodo and the lion. Oh, what else is there? Oh, there's a gorilla as well. And we've got a hippopotamus. We'll put like an indoor planter tray in as well? Ooh. Could we use those as like hanging baskets? No, maybe not. Ah, window box. Maybe we should use those as hanging baskets. Because, you know, that would make a degree of sense, wouldn't it, James? Guess they should be a little bit higher. Perfect. That's just ever so slightly too... It's just like ever so slightly much, isn't it? It's like the wide one's too wide and the thin one's too thin. As if we nail it on right on the edge like that, that should be fine. Let's go and grab one for this side as well. So the idea is that in the next episode we'll be getting onto the animals themselves. But this episode I really wanted to just blow some money, blow some cash, doing up the opening building, and getting really the entrance right. Because once you get the entrance right, everything else just comes together, I think. What do we put in the planters? That looks alright here as well, doesn't it, actually? Right, let's get some plants in. Maybe not the giant African daisy. Actually, the aloe vera plant looks quite nice in there. What else would look right? That's very British, isn't it? An azalea. Right, gardening. Flower bed line is just not quite right. Those are just a bit too fat. That looks right though. That was a really stupid thing to do there, just James. Right. For a start, it needs the mud in it. Of course, the soil is wider than the 4-meter planter box. Good job, Frontier. I wish there was a way to lock an item so that we could pick the other thing. Ah, life goes on. We'll just do it by eye because it's just going to be quicker at this point. Nah. Bang. Boom. Boom. Shake the room. Glorious victory. Nettles do not look right. They're a bit big. That's pretty good. 2 of them in. That's a bit on the large slide. You're going to go through the glass, so we don't want you. Lobster claw, small. What the hell's a lobster claw? Oh, fairly large, actually. That looks fairly good. We'll whack a couple of those in. Go. You look pretty nice. just there. Put another pair of those golden rods in. Drop you down slightly into these corners. Bit big. That one's nice. Used that already? No, we did not. Oh, that one's a bit big. Dutchman's breeches? No, a bit too big. A Dutchman's breeches are too big. No way to get you to look right, is there? Oh, the azalea's a bit too big as well. I'm going to put a bit of that in on this corner. Alpine Facelia? Maybe. We'll leave it for now. The Alpine Currants can go in. Now, the thing is, these plants I've put in here are probably way too big for this sort of flower bed, but it looks nice, so we're gonna stick with it. I know that one's these ones are floating, but I think they look nice like that. You can't really tell it's floating. I think that looks quite nice. I'm fairly pleased with that. Give that for a bit more height over there. And there. And we'll get that little bunched one back, wherever it's gone. So how much money have I blown on this building so far? And it's not even anywhere near done. But it's getting there. And that's the main thing. And if you want to see me continue this, please do like, edit, comment. Not edit, you know what I mean. Like, comment, subscribe to the video. And remember, we do Planet Zoo on Tuesday nights. We're currently rebuilding Leipzig Zoo. Other than that, we mostly do other strategy games. So if you have enjoyed this, I say it again, thank you so much just for checking out the video. It really does mean the world to me. So thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. And I'll see you again next time, when we are going to put the roof on and maybe, you know, build an animal in this zoo game. That seems reasonable, doesn't it? Bye for now.